Hello and welcome to Firefighting in Canada this week. It's Friday, May 19, 2017. Today's edition is brought to you by FFIC of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. I'm Tamar Atik, and here are the top stories. An inquest into 2 ice water training deaths in Ontario has focused on a lack of oversight for third-party training providers. Firefighters in Caledon, Ontario were tried in a closed-door tribunal on Monday for working as volunteers while employed full-time in nearby Brampton. And the development of tracking sheets for exposure to traumatic incidents may help departments address mental health issues proactively. An inquest into the drowning deaths of firefighter Gary Kendall and firefighting student Adam Brunt began last week in Toronto. Editor Laura King says jurors have heard arguments for and against dangerous swiftwater rescue training, but several witnesses have testified that firefighters should train for the challenging conditions in which they work.
Tamar, jurors are expected to make recommendations Tuesday to help prevent this type of training death from happening again. Coroner's Counsel suggested earlier in the week that ice water rescue remain on hold through the Ontario Office of the Fire Marshal until a committee determines safe practices. And when the training resumes, it should be in designated locations only, not in fast-moving icy water. In addition, any standard curriculum and safety measures would have to be adopted by private training companies such as Herschel Rescue, which was on site at both deaths.
The inquest was to wrap up today. The town of Caledon defended 6 volunteers who work as full-time firefighters in nearby Brampton in a 2-hatter tribunal on Monday. Under International Association of Firefighters rules, union members cannot volunteer in communities that fall within the union's jurisdiction. This policy has led to numerous resignations and in composite departments that have both full-time and volunteer firefighters. Brampton firefighter Mandy Gould spoke with the Caledon Enterprise outside the tribunal.
We know the end result from the Mississauga and Halton Hills trial, so that's an uneasy feeling knowing what their result is. So we're just trying to digest everything that's been said up until this point and hopefully looking forward to the afternoon.
Gould has been a full-time firefighter with Brampton for 11 years and a volunteer in Caledon for 13. In February, a similar tribunal found 4 Mississauga 2-hatters guilty of violating the IAFF Constitution. The firefighters were fined $500 a month and were suspended from the union until they resigned as volunteers in neighboring Halton Hills. The tribunal has 60 days to reach a verdict in the Brampton case. In the May issue of Firefighting in Canada, Wayne Jasper explains how keeping on top of exposures to traumatic incidents can help chief officers recognize when firefighters might need help.
This seems to be the next logical step in providing an easier way to track things, and we've always looked at the PTSD and the mental health issues as a slightly different thing, and the sooner we start, looking at it as an injury, no different than anything else that we're exposed to, it creates a bit of a comfort level in filling the forms out and getting away from it being some sort of a stigma that we don't want to talk about.
The forms were introduced in some departments in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia after some firefighters were diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and said they wished there had been an easier way to document and communicate the issues they experienced. For more information about the traumatic incident tracking, visit firefightingincanada.com and click on Hot Topics/Health and Wellness. That's our show for now from Annex Business Media's NicheTV newsroom. Thank you to our sponsor, FFIC of Canada. On behalf of all of us here at NicheTV, thanks for watching.